Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here at Baxter Cycle in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa. Check out what we got today. These are the fun ones. You know, I love riding the classic motorcycles. This is about as classic as it gets, and this one is in about as good a shape as any you'll ever find. It's fresh off a restore. It's a Triumph T120R 650cc. Everything looks right on it. I've been sitting here just kind of looking it over. The paint is amazing. It came from New Orleans. Apparently the guy that restored it does all his own paint work. But anyway, so what is it? It's a parallel twin air-cooled bike. Cams are down here, overhead valves. You know, just a real beautiful, beautiful thing. I mean, look at all that stuff. Dual Amal carburetors, concentrics, just, you know, knee pads. I mean, just every little thing is right. 4-speed transmission, kickstart only. You can tell it's a 650 because of the space here and the unit engines. You've got the space here. You've got the nose over here on the unit engine, the angler head here, you know, the fins up here, although some don't have the fins, I guess, but just a beautiful machine. Dry sump engine, oil tanks right here. So 69, the oil tanks are still there. I think it was 71 they put the oil tanks in the frame. They consider these more desirable, or a lot of people do anyway. Just look at all the detail work. Everything is shiny, everything is just right. Points would be underneath here. I'm assuming it's a points bike. Coil would be under here, up under here somewhere. Check out these horns. That's really neat too. And apparently those are stalkers. Dual horns. Single down tube on the frame. Just a beautiful thing, you know. I was looking at, like, look at the detail on this. This has been refinished here on the top of that. You know, the seat looks like new old stock, or at least redone. Look at all the detail work here. Just look at the cap. I mean, look at that cap. Isn't that something? Gusta. Then checking over here to the tank, the holder right here, the stripe down the center, Bonneville sticker here, the flat top cap. You know, look at all this. Even then back here, this has all been redone. Just every little thing is just perfection. The air cleaners, beautiful. Even the shocks, the chrome on the shocks is just perfect. That's the Speedo drive right there. The rear of the brake right there. The chrome. Look at those pipes. Just a glistening. Just a glistening. Jumping over here, it's got the dual leading shoe front brake. You know, the intake right there. The intakes are actually usually covered so that they don't get rainwater in. Just to me, this is mechanical beauty. You know, covered forks, stripe down the center, chrome headlight bucket. Just gorgeous. Look at that right there. World Motorcycles. This is probably one of the best ones I've ever seen, to be honest. I mean, just every little detail seems to be right. Mechanical rear brake, the shoes are in there, you know, inside the sprocket area. Just a gorgeous thing. Center stand right there. Wow, what a beauty. Jumping up here, clutch lever, stamp steel with a ball on the end, horn, probably the high-lows, the barrel grips. These are probably Smith gauges, but they are not chromatics anymore. By 69 they were magnetic. There's a guy down the road that does work on these. He does he can rebuild the innards, he can put new faces on them, new glass, he can recrimp them, recalibrate them, all that neat stuff. Lucas amp gauge right there. I suppose that's the headlight switch right there. Interesting. Choke over here, handbrake, front brake right there, and again the barrels. And this one actually has mirrors. We'll have to see how those work. So you turn the fuel on right down here and here. One side is regular and the other side is reserve. In other words, one will run out before the other one. I'm not sure which one is which. I turned it on. This is just a cover, I think. Look at this. You know, cast piece on the rear here for the taillight. An absolutely gorgeous thing. These motors put out about 40 horsepower, I suppose. 40, 45, 46, 48, something like that. Depends on who you ask and what year the bike is and, you know, what shape it's in. But just every little thing is, I mean, look at that. Everything is just done. Look at the finish on that. The triple trees. Absolutely gorgeous. You know what I think? I think I've talked about it enough. Let me get some gear on, get the other camera out, and we will go for a ride. Wahoo! All right, y'all. Let's see what we can learn here. I got the power on. Let's give the carburetors a little tickle. Put the kickstand up. See if it's out of gear. It is. Get the Kickstarter out. Wish me luck, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2. 5, 4, 3, 2. Second kick. That's amazing. For me, that's just darn lucky. We did not have to choke it. Boy, it sounds good. Let's get the helmet down here. Got a good lope, doesn't it? Chrome on the tops here, the tubes. Boy, that is sharp, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful bike. Clutch has got very soft feel. That's interesting. It's one down, 3 up. Let's see how our brakes do. It has brakes. Amazing. I love the lope. It has a very good lope. Listen to that. Me gusta mucho. Nothing like a classic Bonneville, huh? Wow, that sounds good. Holy moly. Very good. The mirrors actually work. This is this is probably better than new. It's an excellent example of motorcycle. The throttle modulation is very good. Very good indeed. Now, you know what? I'm even going to try to do the spin test on this one. Look at that. This one's excellent. They're all great, of course, but this one seems to be extra good. A little runoff there. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. A little tight on the shifting. Great sound. Wow. I like this one a lot. Right over that house is Bigfoot Hill. There's a whole family of Bigfoot that live up here. If you ever make your way to the mighty metropolis of Marnie, make sure you check that out. Well, the brakes do work. Kinda. I think they might need a little adjusting. Boy, the sound is... I like it. I like it a lot. Very good torque. Excellent torque. This is very impressive. Hey, what do we got here? Somebody's had their horse out here. Let's even get her back in first here. I'm just amazed the mirrors work so well. Usually they have mirrors, but you know, if they have mirrors, the mirrors are well, not like these, that's for sure. Excellent. Excellent. I like this one a lot. Now, before you get too excited, I like them all, but this is incredibly good looking. The fit and finish is top notch, and it runs well. This is sharp. Very impressive. You know what? Let's take this down the highway. Let's see if there's any traffic first. Let's go make some noise. Incredibly smooth. Wow. There's fourth gear. Everything, it has an extra good balance. Something is different about this one. I expect a little more gravel when I ride these. This one is quite a bit smoother for some reason. It has a lighter clutch. You know, there's no fighting with that. Excellent motorcycle, but this is probably one of the best British bikes I've rode. Triumphs anyway. Yeah, I'd say maybe any of them. Beautiful. Dang. Me gusta mucho. Wow. How does that even happen? I didn't know they could be this good. I really didn't. That's really something. Loping along here. It's got a good sound at idle. Hot dang, hot dang. We're going to do the bridge test on this one. That's how much I like this one. And it has mirrors that actually work, you know, so look at that. Perfection. Handling is excellent. That's the one thing about these motorcycles. The handling is superb. You know, the 60s era Triumphs, they're light, you know, they've got everything kind of works really well, you know. That is the derailed grill right there. Next time you're in the Mighty Metropolis of Marnie, make sure you stop there and get yourself a Wahoo burger, by golly. What a nice motorcycle. I think I'm gushing on this one, aren't I? It's just that all the bits, you know, when we looked it over, all the bits and pieces were perfect. And now it, you know, it seems to run about as good as it looks, which is just fabulous. I hope there's plenty of gas in there because I don't want to stop. This is... Hey, there's Baxter Cycle on the right. Check it out. There's Randy Baxter right there. Get the horn and honk there. What a machine. What an absolutely amazing machine. You know, it's got the Triumph vibes, of course, but it's the smoothest of all the ones I think I've ever rode as far as the Triumphs go. Excellent clutch feel. So when you sit on one of these, I'm trying to talk about something other than my excitement. So much excitement here. That's Motorcycle Park in front of us right there. That is Motorcycle Park in front of us. Next week that'll be absolutely packed with motorcycles. It's too nice for me to try to get on this one. It's just too nice. Sitting position, pretty upright. Lean forward slightly. The bars do reach to you a great deal. Your knees feel slightly higher than your hips. Your heels are behind your knees a little bit, but they're down there quite a ways. Lots of room indeed. So much torque. You know, it is not a peaky bike in any way. These things are really a joy to ride. I mean to tell you. And this one in particular is extra, you know. Let's go to East Marnie. Well, we are now in East Marnie. Beautiful East Marnie. Well, we drove all the way through, huh? We are now on the very edge of East Marnie. Beautiful day. A little warm out here today, but gorgeous day for a motorcycle ride. Especially such a fine bike as this. I would like to take this one. I'd love to do 100 miles on this one. I'd love to do 100 miles on any of them, but this one in particular. We have made our way to North Marnie. Maybe Northeast Marnie, right? Yeah, from Northeast Marnie, we have made our way to North Marnie. How's that? A beautiful machine. A beautiful machine. Boy, this thing is just fabulous. I don't know that it gets any better than this. I think he said New Orleans. The bike came from New Orleans. The guy's a real perfectionist, does his own paint work and stuff like that. One heck of a motorcycle. Traffic in Marnie? How did that happen? Wow. Totally impressed with this one. Absolutely impressed with this one. Now, if you're all in the market for a new or used Royal Enfield Triumph classic British bike like this one, need parts, accessories, thingamajigs, doodads, anything at all, get yourself over to Baxter Cycle in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa. Or go to baxtercycle.com. Tell those fine folks that Fuzzy Biker sent you. Just a quick caveat. Baxter Cycle is the largest vintage British motorcycle part supplier in North America. If they don't have it, good luck finding it. They've got just about everything. Hey, let's go through Exhaust Pipe Alley. That sounds like fun. That's Randy Baxter right there. Beautiful machine. Beautiful machine. I like this one a lot. Hit like and subscribe. Get yourselves out there and ride, my friends. Get off the couch, get off the easy chair. I don't want to go back. Anyway, get out there and ride, my friends. Life is good. Wahoo!
I expect to see you in Anchorage.
In Anchorage. Alaska bound, Alaska bound.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve.
You bet. Take care, y'all. Have fun. Have a good ride.